Hey, how's it going? I'm so glad that you guys are here for another Watercolor Wednesday. If this is your first time, my name is Gabriel Stockton, and we've been doing this since 2020. If you remember, I was out there sneaking out and finding a cool spot to paint. And since we're here in the afternoon and the sun's about to go down here shortly in San Diego, we're here in my studio. And hey, thanks for joining. If you are here, go ahead and put in the comments who you are. And if you're catching us on the replay, thanks for watching. Because today, my friends, in Watercolor Wednesday, this is what we are up to. I'm going to show you how to make a snowman postcard with watercolor. But let's go over just a couple of things. Again, my name is Gabriel Stockton. Right here is my website, gabrielstocktonfineart.com. And that's where you can find out everything that's going on. Like if you are here in San Diego, you can go to where I teach. I teach at Art on 30th, and we have an intro to watercolor class. Excuse me. And let me just wet my whistle. So, at Art on 30th, the day classes, Wednesday day classes have been going so well. The school actually wants me to also teach and open up a Tuesday evening class. Wow, and I just found out today that class already has 8 students. So it's already filling up before Christmas, and I'm sure it's going to go ahead and fill up before January when we start up. And we got some more people joining us during the day. So younger crowd kind of gets out in the evening, and my older crowd, they don't really drive during the day. So whatever works for your schedule. The other thing you want to know about and join is a global event right here at watercolorlive.com. You can get your tickets, or you can go back over to my website right there at gabrielstocktonfineart.com. If you want to do a little kickback and you want to if you want to be a part of my affiliate program, you just sign up. Go to my website right there, and what you can do is fill out the form, pay, and then I get a little bit of kickback. If not, go ahead and go to Watercolor Live. It's got an amazing group of people. I will be teaching beginner day. If you want to just sign up for beginner day only, you'd have to do that at my website. If you want, you should definitely block out your calendar. It's at the end of July. If you missed it, you can still get all over it. I'm telling you guys, don't freak out if you missed this one, because there was a recording over at Shopkeep Arty. That's shopkeeparte.com. You can go and watch my pre-recorded demo on painting the vineyard that I did recently. If you haven't became a member of my channel here, I'm going to tell you so much that's going on here, and I've got some goodies to show you. I've got some really cool stuff. One of the cool things about the YouTube channel is, if you guys are watching from Facebook, you can come join us over here on YouTube. And go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe, because this is why. You're going to get daily content from me. So I've already uploaded like a week's worth of answering your guys' questions and answering a lot of popular questions that, the algorithm wants to know and you guys want to know. So it's beneficial for YouTube and real peeps. So again, this is Watercolor Wednesday, and we're going to make a snowman postcard today. I know it's not plein air, but 'tis the season to be jolly and bring out some joy. One other thing I want to show you guys is this. So see up that right there on that top corner. Keep watching over there. So today, Escoda has given me these brushes. This is the blue set. So that's right. Right now we're doing an unboxing. So right here we've got a Perla, number 10. We've got an Ultima and a Prado, number 6. So these are traveling brushes, and they're all synthetics. And check this out. So this is a great gift idea. If you are watching this and you want to give someone the gift that keeps giving, watercolor brushes. Look at that beautiful embossed logo on there. And I hope this webcam's working out for you guys. I had to sneak it from my wife before my webcam comes. And she's probably going, what webcam? Well, it's on the list, babe. So there, look at that, nice Escoda. So this little flap comes off like this. So there's like 4 different sets of these travel brushes. And actually right here is a red set. So you got a green set, blue, and black. I might be wrong. Hey, how's it going? I'm glad you guys are here. Just go ahead and put those comments and I'll check your comments soon. So we got 3 brushes, right? You see how that nice flap went? So when you lay this down, look at that. Sets like that. So I'm going to be painting with these today. I've been playing with them before I start demoing stuff. So I'm already used to this brush, you guys. You guys have seen me be painting with this. And so check it out. So, wow, I'm just pulling out everything. So you never know what you're going to see on this show. So just be amazed, be surprised, because this is the one that we're always painting with. This Ultimo, right? So this is an Ultimo 12, okay? And this is a 16. So this one has a little bit more of a point. This is my brush. My owner of Escoda, right there, up in the top. Right around, if I get around the microphone, right there. All right, so this isn't too far off of what I've been showing you guys and gals. Next we have is the wonderful Prado. This is quite a lovely brush right here. If you're familiar with Avaro Castanet, I have one of his brushes here. And so here's one. Paint with one of these, or you can paint with one of these. If you're traveling, this is perfect. This is a perfect brush set to have. Now, my favorite, the Perla. All right. So this is a number 10. So I tell all my students to get like a 10 or a 12 for class. So if you're signing up for my class here in San Diego, you know, you would be doing really good if you asked Santa to get you this blue set. All right. So I will put a link sometime today for this set. I'm definitely sure we can get them on Amazon for you. If not, I'll get a hold of Speedball and be like, yo, drop that for my future students. There will be my regular brushes in the comments. They're not there this very second. This brush and this brush and this brush is what we typically use for class, okay? So, but you can totally get away with these 3 right here. All right. We're going to get to painting here shortly. If you're watching this on the replay, you're actually going to get more info than just learning how to do a postcard. So this set looks like this, and this is my normal set for what we do for my classes and my workshop. So if you're watching this, taking my workshop soon on the replay, And you're going, hey, you said the blue set. I could show up to your workshop with the blue set. And I'll say, you're right. So you might save some money buying that set instead of all three of these, or you can have all six. It's totally up to you. All right. So this week, if you look up in there, get around the microphone. Right there, we've got a book review. I am reviewing some of my books from my own secret vault. All right. It's not very secret. You just come to my house. There's books everywhere. I am a book crazy person. So real quick, these are the ones I'm going to be doing. If you look in that corner, you might know them. You might not know them. These are some really good books. I'm not going to talk about them now because I've made a video just all about these books. So again, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Gabriel Stockton. This is Watercolor Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday. We've been here for the last 2 years. Usually I'm out and about, and today I'm here because we're going to do something just totally different. I'm super excited about this. All right, so give me one moment. And what we're going to do is I am going to turn this camera around. So just give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right. So get out my handy dandy guy here. So this is the palette I normally work with. All right. So if you are new to catching my live today, just a little explanation. These are my colors that I like to use. Let me just square this up just a little bit more. All right. So we're just like this, right? It's definitely worth your time that I set this up correctly. All right. So what we have here is some wonderful colors, but this might be more to your liking visually. So this right here is my dot card. And what we're going to do, let me just switch over that banner just so it's out of the way. There we go. All right. So we have my Daniel Smith dot card here. And that's correct. My name is Gabriel Stockton. And these are my on the back here. This explains a little bit about me and how I met the crew at Daniel Smith. And all this wonderful stuff right here explains all these great things. So you can get these when you sign up for my classes or come to a workshop. All right. So remember I told you today is full of a whole bunch of good stuff? Well, look at this. If you got it, it's time to get on it because there's actually some new colors. So what these are watercolor sticks. And I'm actually going to grab the one I want to use. So this is iridescent electric blue. So, hey, make sure you put in the chat. You're here. Wow, all 7 of you guys. And we've got Naomi. Hello, where are you from? All right, watercolor stick. So I'll be using this one today. And I want a Pyro Red stick. So Pyro Red is one of my colors that's on my dot card. All right. And you're probably going, how do you use these? And I'm going to show you how, all right? So we got Pyro Red. All right, so we've got our wonderful brushes here, right? So we're gonna have these like that. Let's go and put those there for now. We'll put those sticks here. We'll just toss those here for now. And then the other thing I want to show you is this. So, all right, this total call to action. If you have not seen this video yet, you definitely want, after this today, you're going to want to see how I painted this. All right, so this is actually done in the Daniel Smith gouache. All right, so this is a tube of just this last November. All right, so if you want to see how to do gouache, look at that. Isn't that a beauty? And here's another little beauty. Look at that. So I show you guys how to paint this with gouache. Now, there's a reason why I'm getting these out, because I'm actually going to be using one of these panels today. So I'm save this one here for now. So we've here that I've been painting on. We've got that one, right? And we've got another one in here. If you haven't seen this one on Dappled Lighting, you can watch this one on see how to paint some dappled lighting. This is the little train that's here in Balboa Park. You can take this little kiddie train and you can watch me in the kiddie train. Hey, Adam. Adam is here from Australia. Hello. It's Catherine. Hello. All right. So what do we got here today? Today we have this panel. So what I have is this is like an illustration board. So this is something really good, nice and thick, will be sturdy if I put it in the mail, if I want to send it in the mail. So you could paint on some watercolor paper, right? And you see that? That is, hello, Bonnie. How's it going from Idaho? Bonnie, I will be coming to Idaho in just a couple of months for a workshop. If you are familiar, Bonnie, with the Watercolor Society that's up there, Idaho Watercolor Society, I will be up there teaching on, well, really soon. All right. So do you see, can you see that there's some texture? You definitely see that it's a little rough right there. This side's smooth. So this is Arch's illustrated board. This was given to me, okay? I didn't just snub up my nose and go, no, I'm not going to paint on that stuff. So what I did was I took some watercolor ground and I put it down here for texture. Looking forward to you coming to Idaho. Thank you so much, Bonnie. All right, so this is what I put on here. This is the Daniel Smith watercolor ground. So if I open this up, and you've got this stuff that almost looks like primer, right? So you can get, they have black. So what's so neat about this? So when I put this on the surface, I can put this on wood. I could paint this right now. I could paint this and then it will act just like watercolor paper. Okay, so I can put this over a watercolor paper and totally paint over it and it acts just like watercolor paper. The trick is with watercolor ground is that you have to wait 24 hours. Okay, so I prepped up a whole bunch of these for one of my workshops. There's just a whole bunch left over. I did a workshop on just watercolor ground. There's black, there's gold, there's buff titanium, This is titanium white. There is clear. I have a video on that about clear. There is a shiny one. All right, an iridescent. All right, so you're gonna see today how that watercolor ground is going to act with watercolor. Let's see, but surely cannot absorb water like paper does. Adam, dude, careful. You're gonna be like, your mind is gonna be blown, all right? So it's actually pretty cool, like the engineering of Daniel Smith. So one little thing about me is that I'm all about quality first, all right? So quality comes first and then quantity. And Daniel Smith is all about quality. And yeah, when they asked me to be a brand ambassador, I was like, heck yeah, for sure, because you guys stand behind your products and I love it. Let me just pull this off for a second. All right. So let me hop back over to the comments and see what's going on. All right. Blow me away, Gabriel. Nice. So I've got a regular, just mechanical pencil. I like these better than these get me. But I'm testing it out to see if I like it. So this is one of those 7-point guys. So it seems nice, but I can break it off with my finger, and sometimes I don't want to gouge my nice paper. So to each is to their own, but I still use it for other things. It's great for sketches, because even if we come on the back of here, right? So I make some nice little marks, and then I can make some nice little marks with this guy. This isn't going to break as much. So I do a lot of, I really can't do much of that. Well, I can, but I have to go back over, and that's kind of a pain. So if I could do it confidently, and do some nice line work. And so I'm going to show you how that looks, because here's one of the things I teach. So if I were to draw this snowman, right, because anybody could be watching this today, not just watercolorists. So if I got this snowman that comes like this, right, this is just shade, right, and he's got some buttons, right? So this snowman is he's all contained, right? But what if I do this? It's called an implied line. So I start off kind of soft, and then I go down here, and then I come down here, right? And then let's take his hat off. And I found out there's a whole group of people that actually like. I actually met someone just recently. She has a snowman tattoo, and that's quite interesting, huh? How many? That's legit. You must like snowmen that much to get a tattoo, right? All right, so here we go. So this snowman looks a little more lively, right? Why is that? It looks like stylized. We're used to like coloring books, right? We're used to like everything being like closed off. Well, what if we have like little areas that are broken, that are thick? Okay. So with watercolor paper or watercolor drawing, I'm going to draw a lot looser. All right. And so Why is that? And I'm going to leave area. So say if there's wind, right? This wind is going to come in here. And there's some wind coming through these little opened areas. Maybe there's wind in here coming out. What I'm seeing is by having these nice broken lines instead of these closed off, dark, like cartoony things, this looks lively. This looks like a breath of fresh air, right? And that's something that you want to have and makes it whimsical, makes it just super cute and 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 so let's check the comments and well, Adam's still here and he wants to see what's going on. So all right, without any further ado, let me just grab a little bit of tape. So tape's kind of nice. You can have a nice little clean edge. So this is a tape that I normally use for picture framing, but today you just need to work with what's right in front of you. Okay. So the nice thing about this type of tape is it's such a good tape. It's actually reusable. All right. So I did not cut these perfectly squared. These are kind of like just, nice little tests. Sometimes you never know. You might have a really nice. You don't. I hope today works out. So if you want to paint along with me, right now, if you just wanted to have some watercolor paper or something, or if you want to grab something, or you can watch this later on the replay. So I am painting on some kind of thick board with the watercolor ground. All right. So what I want to do is first think about for my little watercolor design. I'm first going to pick an area that's going to be land and pick an area that's going to be sky. Okay. So that way I don't end up doing my snowman down here on the edge. All right. So, and then I'm going to pick which side to put my snowman. So let's go ahead and put him maybe like right about here. All right. And then he has a torso and he's got a head. Yeah. So right there, we've got our basic nice little shapes. We're going to make him be a little bit flat so it adds some weight. I'm going to have to draw a little bit darker for you guys just so you can see. I'm going to tilt him back. He's going to be kind of animated. He's excited that you are joining us here on Watercolor Wednesday. So I'm going to arch his back and then let's put his little buttons right like so. And then he's got actual branches for arms. So think of a branch out like this. And then he's got his hand. And then in that hand, he has his little hat. And that hat's been hit by the wind so many times that it's not the most prettiest little hat. Okay, we'll give him a cute little wink and give him a nose kind of like that. And we'll give him a little smile. How about that? And then we'll bring his other arm here. This little arm comes like that, like a little. Just think of like a branch. If you were to just go off and break a little branch, right? Let's go ahead and give him some accessories, some nice little scarf. make it look real, you know? Like it's a really nice scarf that's gonna keep you warm. Well, now there's the fun part, is we actually get to put that. Um, all right, comments are coming along. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comments. And this is what we're doing, is we're making our. All right, sorry about that. So the watercolor sticks. What's cool about these is, so it doesn't matter what series these are. Daniel Smith has 5 different series, 1 through 5, and they're all different prices, right? These are all suggested retail at $11 each. And so basically, you've got 3 full pans here. If you're familiar with pans, they're kind of like this. This is a pan. This is what I'm talking about. So these are normally like in here, like this. And so think of it not as like an actual like pencil, but as a pan in your hand. It's just for your toolbox to create. All right. Let's put a scene in here. All right. So maybe there's like, I don't know, like a pond or something here. All right. We're going to put like a half elliptic circle here. And then let's put maybe some trees in here. Like that. Some trees here. Like so. And then maybe there's a mountain. Like right. And there we go. We've got our little lovely scene. Now I'm going to take my Escoda brushes. All right. And so first thing I like to do is just dip them in the water. Okay. So this one's ready to rock and roll. Gonna dip these in the water. Just getting those brushes ready to go. All right. So we're gonna just paint right from the stick. Okay. But before I get going, one other thing I'd like to show you. This is one of my favorite tips. So we're going to take an kneaded razor, okay? And we're just gonna knead it like that. Thank you so much for joining. Wow, you guys are just coming on here like gangbusters. That's great. It doesn't tell me how many are on Facebook. It just tells me right now who is all. So if you have a question, please put in your questions and I'll answer them. If I miss it here, I will. All right. Adam asks, how think how thick are the leads for a mechanical pencil? Jeez, there. It says 2M on it, so I want to say that's not. Well, it's your drafting lead. That's what it is. It's an actual drafting. So, all right. So now none of that is going to make my painting goofy. All right. Right away, I'm just going to go ahead and take this color and we're going to drop it right down on our mountain. Just like this. Okay. And we can go a little bit more. like so. Is in the distance. It's not right on top of us. Comes behind Frosty, the snowman. This could be Frosty, or it could just be any snowman. Well, we can go ahead and put a sky, so I can go right to here. So I've dipped this in water too. I can dip it in the water and get it activated. So let's go ahead and make a nice little blue sky here. I can even put some of this paint right here, that tape. Isn't that neat? Now, I'm not going to do this all too pretty. I want that sky to kind of be like foggy, all right? I'm going to make it a little bit bluer on that side. So we've got this here, and we can come in here and get a little bit tight and controlled, people. That's fine. So you can use a smaller brush, or you can switch over to the Prado. We're going to just make this mountain just stick out just a titch more. I'm having to make up for it on the camera because I'm using a different camera today. And working with what we got as far as the camera. So I can come right here. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for joining me today. We're doing something a little bit different. We normally go out and do plein air. And today we are here in the studio making this postcard. All right. So there we go. We've got this lovely so you can sign up for my upcoming workshops, which is super cool. We have Bonnie here from Idaho. I'll be up in Idaho. I will also be teaching in Boone, North Carolina. And we've got some other events coming up. And we've got, we just recently bought our tickets for some other cool adventures. And some of you know where that is. All right, let's look at this hat. I'm going to get in here. I've got in black. It's a pretty cool black. I definitely feel like it would be a frosty or snowman color for a hat. And you can start to see some of that lovely texture come through. So we're going to bring that hat right on down like this. This is the brim. Okay. And we've got his lovely little hat. I could put a little bit of red right in the watercolor stick here. Like that. Just drop a little bit of red like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do one of his arms as we come down. I'm going to get in here and get some burnt scarlet hematite. And so we've got one arm that comes in here like this and goes like that. And then we've got him like this. Just like so. Okay. All right. Now we've got another little arm. It's over here. And I might do another little layer onto this little fun hand here. There we go. We've got to make the fingers kind of like fun kind of twig kind of things. So if I were to make a hand like a close-up, maybe that hand would kind of come all kind of like a twig, like this. And then it would be like a, not scary, but it'd be like a branch. At least my guy would have an arm like this. And maybe I put some other color in there. Maybe add a little bit of dark. Maybe for fun, some blue, because he's cold, right? He's out in the cold, guys. What happens if I put some blue with that? See that? Look how cool that is. And then I can even get in here with one of my favorite colors, lavender, for this hand. All right. How fun is that, friend? So here we go. We can go ahead in there and then get back over here like that. All right. Well, he's got that cute little scarf, and we can go back here to our lovely watercolor stick and go ahead and put in this lovely scarf. So there we go. We've got our scarf, and this scarf part comes down like that. Yo. Now, if you want, you can get some green, and we can maybe make some little tassels right here. Maybe a little bit more green. That's what I love about these Escoda brushes, is that tip. Do you see that tip? It's just a really nice pointy tip. So now I can get in here and put in these little tassels like that. There we go. I'm letting some colors bleed into each other. One more time on that scarf. If I'm bringing down some red like this, right? And then I get in here and I can bring some green down from the red so that it's somewhat connected. All right, so this is called painting wet into wet. Not watercolor, like you know what you're talking about. Wet, I heard that term before, wet into wet. And or you can just call it watercolor. And we could put some fun lines in here if you wanted. Put a nice little design like so. If that green's too much, then just put some more red here. You don't have to fuss about it. Put some more red in here. Let that come down. So what's working here right now? For watercolor, the meaning evaporation. So we've got water and it's slowly evaporating. Okay. And I teach this in my classes. And other one big ingredient is gravity. So look at that scarf. That's really pretty. Dun dun dun. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna get that Elgato face camera so you guys can see better. Shopping list for all the elves to make. All right, let's get on with the show. We've got a nose. What color should we make a corn? Some of this stuff can be painted with just local color. Another term for local color is mother color. What it is, local color is a fancy art term, and it means green tree, all right, orange carrot, red scarf, blue sky, all right. Well, before I get ahead of myself, there's one thing I would like to do is I would like to put in some little happy trees. So let's get some tree color going here. Those trees are going to be in the background and they're going to be kind of cold. So they're kind of be grayish green things. All right, so I got some trees here in the background. And we just need something that reads tree. There's one thing that kind of helps to have in your other hand, and that's this, a paper towel. All right. So let's put another tree here. If I pull out a little bit of paint, I can have less water in there. So let's go ahead and make some smaller little trees. This is more like kind of like a grove of trees. And we're going to bring them on down like this. Right? And let's go ahead and put some more trees kind of culminating back here like this. And like that. Just like so. And then we're going to have like a little lovely path. I want lots of water, so I'm actually going to bring this one back out. And hold these other two in my other hand. This is our travel set we were talking about earlier. Another fun color I can't live without is manganese. And watch this. We're going to do a nice little thin to thick zigzag. All right. So I'm going to go like this and bring it like that. Okay. Look at that. We've now just brought you out of the woods down to where Frosty is. While we have this, let's go ahead and put some shadow underneath Frosty. Give him a nice little base. If you guys are painting with me, will you share this? All right. Well, we've got our nice little shadow. It wouldn't hurt to go ahead and do our water. So over here, I've got some lovely. This color is one of my must-haves in my palette. If you don't have this color, it's okay. You can still go buy it. This is the lovely Sleeping Beauty. All right, so we've got this little ice of water right there. I'm doing it one time. Just put it down one time and get out of there. All right, so we've got our water, we've got our shadow, we've got Frosty. Wait. We need some trees right here. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. So we've got some other trees in the background here. Look, I'm going to take a little bit of that watery paint out. I'm going to put those trees like this. Look at this tree. Just some fun trees. So these look like trees. They don't look like snowy mountains. They've got to look somewhat. No, this one's tucked behind Frosty. Or I don't know if I'm allowed to say Frosty. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Sorry. Our snowman. We've got Mr. Snowman, and then maybe there's like some um, little hillside. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put just something in between Frosty in the background, like that. All right, so we've got a sky. We've got a mountain. All right, focus, buddy. The camera, silly guy. All right, we are not going to do the face just yet. What we're going to do is maybe he's saying hello to a little bird or something. So how would we put one thing to know is if I have a little birdie flying into my painting, we can do a nice little simple bird where it's like just a nice little V and then something coming in like that. All right. So usually there's some light on our bird, so we don't necessarily have to connect those. If I were to put the bird like this and like this, you see that? So if I put the bird over here, he's flying this way. This one right now looks flying away. So if I have one long wing on one side and one wing short on this side, look at that. See how he looks flying this way and that one looks flying that way and this one's flying that way? Or if you wanted to do dead on, I would just put a dot in the center and then flare this out. Like this. He's kind of coming more forward and we see a different angle. All right. So we've got maybe a little birdie. He's talking to or he's singing to. You know, let these if you're doing some of these cards for family and friends, you know, just have fun with it. Don't have to get too cray cray. So maybe this little bird is here. So he's here, and then maybe he's direction like this, like that. There we go. All right. So we've got our mountain, we've got our sky, we've got our hat, we've got our trees in the background. We've got this Z that's bringing us forward. Now let's work on Frosty's bottom. Wait, I kind of said that funny. Let's work on Frosty. Let's work on our snowman's backside. So here, I don't want to make a full on. I don't want to I want to leave that little broken spot right there. Okay. One trick about watercolor is knowing what to do and what not to do in a painting. So it's helpful, just like if you played an instrument. The beautiful thing about music instruments is it's not the notes that you play, but also the notes you don't play. Hey, is Adam still here from do 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 from Australia? Do you see how this is working like watercolor paper? So if you just now joining us, I used this stuff right here, watercolor ground on this postcard paper stuff. So you can watch the replay on how I did this. All right. Sally, watching from Brookshire Country, Massachusetts. We have snow here. Oh my goodness. It's predicted that we will have more on the way soon. What paper US? I was just talking about that. So, yes. So typically I use a watercolor paper, but today we're using this. This is Arch's Illustrated Board. This is a good kind of stuff to use if you're going to send a postcard to someone. All right. And I put this watercolor ground on there. So this, once you let it dry for 24 hours, it acts just like on with the show. So we've got our little Prado, and we're going to go ahead and keep painting our snowman. So remember I talked earlier about some applied lines. So I'm going to do a line, maybe a dot and a dash, another dot and a line and a dash. So I do that here one more time. So line, dot, dash, line dot dash like that. All right. And we can do that again here. Line dot and dash, line dot and dash, and line dot and dash. Look at that. That's looking like a, huh. All right. So we've got some buttons. I'm going to go ahead and get a button color. So I want it kind of brownish black, but not brown that looks like his arms. So we got this button here and this button here. And he's got his little cute little wink and then his smile. There we go. Oops, maybe get longer. Bring that nose up. There we go. All right, coming along, coming along. So now we can actually use a little bit of brown and blue over here as if it was a little bit of reflection. Taking out a little bit of water. And here we go with our snowman's back here. And then we can go back to our blue, our manganese blue by Daniel Smith. And go here. And connect this like that. Now we can go ahead and go back to our watercolor stick. And so the tricky thing about watercolor is it dries about 20 to 15%, okay? And so if it looks right, it's wrong. What do I mean by that? Oh my gosh, so it's going to dry lighter, okay? It's not fading, it's drying, and that's the science part of watercolor. If you know that part, then you're going to be those things in my workshops, in my classes. If you live in another city, all you got to do is talk to your local watercolor society and say, hey, we want that Gabriel Stockton to come out and teach us. All right, that scarf's looking super duper. Let's go ahead and how are we doing on time, folks? Oh my goodness, I've got 2 minutes left. All right, we might go a little bit longer today. So let's go ahead and do this head. I'm gonna take out and our cord just decided to say hello. All right, so let's go ahead and do his cute little noggin. So some little light, nice little dots and some dashes coming around this side like this, like that. Well, this side of our snowman is in the shadow, right? So we're going to do some what's called is dry brushing. So I'm going to take some color, not much. So there's this area here, like that. Okay. So he's a clean snowman. He's not a dirty snowman. He is a snowman that well, it just snowed. All right, so we've got this side is shaded. And you just take your time right here because you don't have to smear into your whites. All right, let's go ahead and make a little bit more. We've got his wonderful little face. There he is. Oh my goodness. So this snowman since probably high school. Yes, high school. I did some little cards for family members, and I sent everybody one with their family, and there was the Snowman family and then the Snowman. So I'm making these arms a little bit colder with the lavender. And I can go in here. This is a fun color. This is called neutral tint. And we're going to put this in there. Lurker, because this is backlit. So our sun, remember, is our sun is right here, like that. And so we're going to go like this. And go like this. There we go. And let's go ahead and make this a little notch. Just a little bit darker. Darker meaning value. Dark, like spooky or scary, but a dark that is in value. Like you've got value from light to dark. All right. Wow, I'm so glad you guys are still here. So what we've used today, again, is we've got these wonderful brushes by Escoda. And again, this is what so you can probably get these. Definitely, I will put the link for you. And we use the watercolor sticks today. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do one last thing. So this watercolor stick, check this out. So I can actually use it almost like a color pencil and just get it right in there. Look at that. Like so. Pretty cool, right? And I can even, my favorite part, pull off the tape. And let's take a look at our wonderful snowman. So you guys can make a wonderful snowman postcard. And I would say, since you're going to put this in the mail, or you might put it in a card, and that's fine too. And there's all kinds of different sprays that you could spray. So there he is. There's our little snowman. And you all want to sign it. I just don't happen to have my pen that I sign it with. So, and what I like to do, I did all this other stuff on here, but what I like to do is put hand made cards are the best. There you go. Thank you so much. My name is Gabriel, just like the angel, Stockton, the town in California. Thank you again. I'll pop back on camera real quick. And again, this is Watercolor Wednesday. Let me see in the chat. Did anybody have any last questions about what we just in the chat? And says, what are some of the surfaces that you use? And that's a super good question. Let me come back on camera. Hey! So some of the surfaces that I like to use are rough paper. I'm not really a person that paints on smooth paper. Hence on our snowman here. All right. And I like Fabriano paper. I always keep inheriting Arches paper. Oh, Kilimanjaro. That was the one I showed earlier. So Kilimanjaro, 300 pound. That's a really nice paper. You actually don't have to tape this down. And then you've got Kilimanjaro. And I'm so glad you asked. And you can get it at Cheap Joe's art stuff. They are pretty awesome place to get art supplies if your local art store doesn't have it. Let's see, what else do we have here? What are do do do? Oh, hey Joe, you made it. Oh, how cute. Yeah, it does look like Frozen, right? A whole YouTube channel and Facebook intertwined thing here with StreamYard. Thank you so much for joining me for this merge process time. We're going to get all the kinks out, I promise. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today for Watercolor Wednesday and on learning how to do a lovely snowman. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are almost ready for Christmas and a wonderful new year. Thank you so much. If you want to see more about other gouache and watercolor, it's all here in tomorrow's book review. It's not tomorrow, it's Friday. So the book review on some of my books that I like to use, they will be a wonderful day. I really do appreciate you and thank you for encouraging my behavior. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.